Claire. I'm still sitting up, getting my waters and whatnot, but I'll be with you in just a second. It's nice to see people coming by every Sunday there. So, thank you, thank you. Okay, and we're on. I think we're on. We should be on. Let me just get a bit more comfortable here. Yep. Nothing like a good thing to rest your feet on. Okay. Cześć siema, jak leci, Ady here. Another Sunday, so another look into rations. My very late breakfast. And yes, you can see 3 baggies on here because that's what we're looking into today. Triple treat or triple feature. 3 Polish SR rations. SR means they are single meal or 1/3 of daily ration. There is a theme between those 3. As I said before, I kind of want to see how we do with kasha-based meals like buckwheat or barley, I believe, barley grouts, yeah. Just so I can give a fair review of the ration one when we get to that later. So we got 2 of those. There's mięso z kaszą gryczaną, or meat and buckwheat, and mięso z kaszą jęczmienną, so meat with barley grouts. And then because we all know that starches and grains are ridiculously easy to mess up with in rations, in preserved food, this one is one of the new menus. It's from 2019, but I think that's about when it came into rotation. It's a vegetarian menu as well. Like I think it's first vegetable menu, because if you look at the codes here, SR, it means just, a single ration. Set number 22, but SR1W. So first vegetarian single meal. And it comes with tomato risotto. I kind of like risottos, but I'm curious how they made it. Because especially rice dishes are notoriously bad in they're pre-prepared. Like putting Japanese rations aside, rice usually ends up in a blob, in just a big chunk of starchiness on your plate. So I wonder how well we did with risotto. I'm not sure if I will open all the bits in this ration, in these rations, because some of the stuff we already served before. But yeah, definitely mains, definitely drinks, maybe snacks. We'll see. Also, I kind of want to do them all together because there's one difference between Polish and American rations. Beside the mains, these are all pretty similar. There's the main, there's a can of meat, or this one will have veggie spread. And they're all different in flavor, but they're all quite similar. Then you got rusks, you got drink, you got Surya Bar, and that's it. The flavors may change, but the items are the same between all these single meal rations. But in MREs, you got quite a bit more variety. Like when it comes to dessert, you can have. When it comes to pastries, you can have pop tarts, you can have pound cakes, you can have cookies. When it comes to fruit, you can have applesauce, you can have protein syrup, you can have fruit purees in them little squeeze pouches. So that's why I do them separately. These ones, yeah, that's why I do them all together. Also, curious thing you can notice, all the labels look different. This one is from the menu on 2018, just a string of text. 2019 production by the same producing company, by mostly Klex, I believe. You got a table on here. Just each line is a separate item named in Polish, English and French. This one got a block of text for Polish, French and English. And this one is packed by a different company called Arpol. And Arpol is a company you might remember, but recognize if you buy civilian rations. And they got table, completely different orientation, a bit different coloring. But the idea is the same. They provide the same information, giving you all the components, and also information on how much water you're going to need to prepare all the food included in the packs. Also, just to mention, the barley grouts are from 2018, and this ration was good till at least September 2020, so this is over a year out of date. The risotto was from 2019 through November 21, so just before. Looks like they're all good for 2 years, more or less. And this one is from August 2020, and it's good through August this year, so still in time. Okay, let's open the packs, unless you got questions, and then we'll see what's inside and get the cookie. Let's start with the oldest one, shall we? 2018. No peelable seal, no easy way to open it other than cut the end off. We got some mielonka wieprzowa. Can we get focus here? Like not. Sorry. No, it's on top. Hello, milady. You should be asleep. I believe it's like very early hour for you. So mielonka wieprzowa is, I believe, just pork luncheon meat. Freeze-dried fruit. Why can't we get focus here today? Please, like focus here. Don't get distracted. Okay. Koncentrat napoju herbacianego smaku owoców leśnych, so tea drink concentrate, berry flavored, you might say. Got the speedy hot single flameless Russian heater, and these are, when they say hot, it's hot. They used to come in doubles as well, but those were too powerful, so they switched to singles. Just to tell you, yeah, suchary specjalne. A straw. Here's the main, like in a soft can. Konserwa warzywno-mięsna, sterylizowana, gotowa do spożycia po podgrzaniu. So what we got here is a pork meat, a pork shoulder. Also, no, it's like it's pork shoulder and beef shoulder, and then barley grouts, some spices, some nondescript spices actually. That's about it. Nice solid 300 gram portion. I think grouts and all sorts of kashas and grains are a nice choice for this ration, because one, they in mouthful they feel like starches, okay, so like your mashed potatoes or rice or whatever, but at the same time kasha or grouts got a lot of protein in them, so that doubles as another protein source, and it's easier to absorb than animal-based proteins. So yeah, those are packed full of energy. I'll get little accessories, so like just a spoon and a napkin, which I won't be using, so let's put it aside, same with the straw. And seems like they packed accessory packed in a separate wrapper. Oh, there's something else in here. More suchary and fruit and Surya Bar lime flavor. Yum. Okay, just to show you what's in the accessory pack, because I won't be using it, so it's a bit of a I don't want to open it because I might, give it away or sell it as a pack. There's xylitol chewing gum, there's Dicky or vitamin C candy, there's coffee candy with actual coffee extract in it if you need a caffeine boost. Little baggies of salt and pepper, fresh towelettes, toilet paper, and some baggies to put your trash in or your leftovers in. That goes this side as well. And that's it for the 2018. Menu number 5, mięso z kaszą jęczmienną, packed by Muesli Clicks. That's ration number 1. To the side for now. Ration number 2 is menu 22, also packed by Muesli Clicks. It's from 2019, the risotto. Again, we just don't seem to be willing to adopt any sort of peelable seal. Just need to, get a knife to get into this. Veggie paste, curry flavor. I had this last summer when I opened the 24-hour vegetarian ration pack, and it was not the best. It's got carrot, celeriac, oil, spices, bean flour, some extra fiber, some onion, pumpkin, and spinach. It wasn't the best, and I might just refrain from opening it today, because if I open it today, I will have to finish this week, and I don't really feel like eating this kind of paste right now, so we'll see about that. Okay, I like this one. Tiny little bit of honey. Again, hot speedy hot single. Koncentrat napoju herbacianego instant o smaku limonki z ekstraktem zielonej herbaty. So another tea drink concentrate, lime flavored with green tea extract. This one. Of course, we got suchary. Same kind of accessory pack, just different flavor of candy. Again, straw, spoon, and a napkin. Second pack of suchary. And just to make up in calorie difference, I believe, between the spread and meat item, canned meat. Am I right? Yeah. Just to cover the difference, we get two fruit Surya Bar. It's apricot flavored and it's cherry flavored. Like the names, you can see the wrappers correspond to different colors, but also the flavors were already given on the bag itself, so you didn't need to get into to know what you get specifically. Here's our risotto, and they do this stupid thing of translating parboiled rice as ryż paraboliczny. I have no idea who started that, but it's wrong. Calorie content is similar to the meat with grouts, which is funny. I guess just the composition, fats to protein to starches to sugars would be different. So basically you got rice, some tomato in it, flour, okay, onion, olive oil, and stuff like that. Okay, this will be fun to try. Again, this sort of just soft can. Polish army only is just starting to actually get into sort of proper development, or at least getting more variety to the meals like this. That's why the meat with grouts is one of the most popular rations on the second market, because people, I guess, are tired of it, and that's why it mostly comes back uneaten. But yeah, the variety is starting to get there, and especially if you look into civilian market rations, because I guess that's where it lands first before being sold to the army. But that's what we get in menu 22 from 2019 risotto. Okay, let's put that to the side. As you can see, we got in the first ration we had one fruit bar and preserved fruit, and this one gets 2 fruit bars. So, last star of the show, 2020 menu number 2, mięso z kaszą gryczaną, or meat and buckwheat. Packed by Apple this time, so the packaging might be a little bit different inside. Not too different, because all this stuff is, of course, but little difference is like this accessory pack is sealed. It's like a clean, thickish plastic, but it's all sealed. Apple seems to pack its accessory pack in a Ziploc baggie, so like you can at least reuse the outer bag and not do that with the other one. But the contents are the same. You got coffee candy, you got vitamin C candy, you got xylitol chewing gum, salt, pepper, moist towelette, toilet paper, some napkins, and more Ziploc baggies inside. Okay, we got more freeze-dried fruit, and as you can see, it's exactly the same company providing them from both Russian producers. I'm not a fan of this one. Isotonic Drink, lemon flavored, might kill some people, it's just not palatable for me, but I will make it, because why not? And we got, okay, do we have a production company on this one? Because it should be different. Made in Poland for Idpol. Okay, so the Speedy Hots are made in Poland. This one is made in Poland as well, just by a different company, by Whiskevich's company logo. Hmm. It calls for more water, I think. No, there's the same 100 mils of water. Huh. Definitely would be fun to compare how well they work. There's all sorts of warnings. Don't eat, protect from water, keep away from children, it's flammable, it's got all sorts of... oh, it's magnesium free, okay. That's the one. Yeah, they're both magnesium free, okay. So, Polish production, nice touch. We got konserwatorska, again, sort of luncheon meat. The English, they call it Tyrol canned meat. It's a mix of pork and beef, possibly quite heavy on garlic in flavor, so you can see that. Okay, and we got suchary, and we got more suchary. Okay, what else we got? Straw and spoon and napkin, which goes to the side. Another apricot flavored fruit and Surya Bar. And there's the main, mięso z kaszą gryczaną, or meat and buckwheat. I mean, controlled arson is a good thing, you know. Okay, so what we got here, there's some cooked, boiled pork shoulder meat. There's the roast buckwheat. If you look at, I mean, I assume buckwheat is mostly European thing, mostly Central European thing. And if you don't know, and you know, there's like two kinds. It can be served roast, which is darker and got the stronger flavor, or it can be unroast, which is almost white in color. It looks like similar to barley or rice, and it's completely different experience flavor-wise. So if you can try both, I had unroasted one in Russian freeze-dried meals recently. I might try to get one to the stream eventually, but yeah, then you see the difference. So okay, so we got pork shoulder, we got roast buckwheat, meat broth, carrot, some green peas, some corn, and again spices. Okay, that's what it is. And as I mentioned when you started, the contents are very, very similar. You get a can of your main, you get a can to go with your bread, which we know this is supposed to be bread. You get suchary in every single pack of single meal ones. You get your Surya Bar, which differs by flavor. You get some sort of drink, and again, preserved fruit or extra fruit Surya Bar. There's not much variety in items. There's different flavors, but the items are pretty set as a set. That's why we're doing them all together. Okay, let's start by putting the mains in the heaters. They need like 12 to 15 minutes to warm up. So we give them that time, and then we decide what else goes on the tray. Starting to 2021, you can see even the bag is bigger because this one. These are quite solid in size compared to pouches, I guess. Tear open. Tear open, put that in. At some point, these used to come with a small pouch of water. I believe it was salted water to help the reaction. Not anymore. I guess some people were getting confused and tried drinking that water despite warnings. What can you do? Okay, we can put much more water in it. Oh! Careful. Careful there. Now I put a bit more too much. Okay, this will still work. Just need to be careful. Air out, fold it, and put it in the sleeve because it will be hot and it will go big. Yeah, it's already activating. Oh, welcome back, Claire. We're cooking food. That is a proper boiling reaction, and especially compared to the measly weekly American FRAGs, which I believe they invented the technology. Like just look at this. Just look at this boil here. I just can. Yeah, let's hold it. Let's put it this way. Instead, should be safer. Some water spillage. And the water is literally boiling in this one. This will start soon. Yeah, there's bubbles coming in right now. I mean, I still feel like it's a little less power than Japanese ones, and I believe Japanese Russians, Japanese heaters are a bit of a reusable kind. Like you get the outer bag and then the pads are provided separately, so you can just replace and reuse it. Still low. Okay, this one doesn't seem to be, it's slowly bubbling away. See if the difference is because of the way it's sitting in the sleeve. I know it's slower to activate. Okay, so the smell is a bit off, but it's not too bad. I will put them to the side so we can have a clean table for this, but just look at this glorious cooking situation. It's actually making sure your food is hot and yeah, make you a happy person if you're out in the cold. This is the way. So it appears that 2018 had some trouble activating. I just added a little bit of salt to it. And yes, it's alive. It just needed a little bit of a kick to go. Which means it would eventually fire up on its own. Oh, I got you all. This is better. Which means it would start up on its own eventually, but you know, this time it's better. Okay, so there's that. Let's get the tray out. Let's mix the drinks. All three, because why not? Swimming lessons on Sunday. That sounds like a nice plan. Why are you not swimming with them, huh? And yes, my water is hard, as you can see, and my kettle is a bit messed up because I want to make one tea warm, one tea cold, and then do the isotonic in a glass as well. Technically, the pouch for isotonic is so big because you can mix it straight in the pouch, zip it most of the way, put your straw in, and drink from that. Not the most convenient, but also it is a solution if you don't have any sort of container on you. Like, I believe the soldiers are issued canteens, so they should have something on them all the time, just in case there's something else in your canteen. And by something, obviously, I don't mean electrified tea or herbatka z prądem. Okay, so we got lime flavored tea drink concentrate with green tea extract, and we got some black tea based tea drink with berries. So that will be my warm drink. Yeah. Technically also because this tea comes in this kind of pellets, you can skip drinking it, you can just eat it as a snack. That's what we would do as kids. Still some of that in there. And you can see the tea dissolving in warm water. Give it a stir. Like, I was always taught to put the powder in, the pellets in first, and then add your water, because it helps dissolving them from the get-go. And lemon lime, the lime flavored is just pale pellets. Okay, let's give it over a stir. Drinks. Cheers. Oh. Okay, so lime is not my favorite. It's not bad though. And let's see what can we get on the tray today. Trying to. Okay, this should work. Yeah, this will work. Dun dun dun, drinks. Okay, that's tea. Okay, so we got the cans. Tyrol canned meat and lunch meat. Gronka wieprzowa, konserwa tyrolska. Oh yeah, that one got a lot of garlic. Is it bigger tray? Tray is actually same in overall size, just the compartments are differently shaped, differently situated. It's German production, I believe, and I got it quite some time ago. You've been sleeping for a lot of streams, didn't you? Yeah, anyway, as you can see, here's a comparison. Tyrol canned meat and luncheon meat. This is a pork with beef, just a little bit of beef, and beside other unnamed spices. This got garlic. This is all beef, all pork. Yeah, with white pepper. I considered face cam, and it would possibly appear if not for the fact that Adi also records some sort of adult audio, so it's better to hide my face for that reason. Yeah, say what again? Konserwa tyrolska or milonka wieprzowa? Fun fact, there was once a study where we asked foreigners who didn't speak Polish what is the most romantic sounding word in Polish, and apparently the winner was cielęcina, which means I believe veal, like young cow meat. So yeah, cielęcina is our most romantic word. Anyway, I hope I don't mix them up because, you know, that's what we got here. Yeah. Okay, let's open one pack of suchary because why not? So the last couple months I got enough of them to almost, you know, redo my tank because like that's solid. Yeah, if anyone wants them, let me know. I may, you know, pop some in the post because okay, they're not bad. They need a lot of chewing, so they keep your mouth occupied. They fully into thinking you're eating. The cumin seeds help with digestion, so they're good for you. But just they're an acquired taste, okay? So because they don't really make good sandwiches, I got some crisp bread, which comes in Polish 24-hour rations, so it's almost legit. Difference being that the one that comes in rations is a bit thicker than this, I believe. It's a thin kind, the one I prefer for my meals. We got honey. Honey is good. Honey is healthy for you. I can give you the gingerbread recipe, and if you can store it for at least a month, you can make it yourself. It's honey. Again, a bit crystallized on top, still fluid on the bottom, liquid on the bottom. If you want, you can just pop it in a pot of hot water and it will dissolve right back up. Got 3 flavors of Surya Bar, so let's have a bite of each. See, I said I won't try everything, and I will be trying everything, most probably. So this, let's put here this lime. Let me keep the paper so I know which one is which. There's apricots. Oh, this one's a bit stuck in the wrapper. And they're all produced by a company named Fitland because they fit, you know. Bullshit. Also, funny thing to notice, there's a cherry one. On the outside, they look pretty much the same. One thing worth noticing is like there's this. I'm not sure how much of it is urban legend, but that special American rations got stuff added in them to make you a bit better up, so you don't need to go to on the field. And then the chewing gum got laxatives in it. But Polish rations got dried fruit and cereal, which helps with digestion, keeping it regular. There's the crisp bread, which also gets quite a lot of fiber in it. So it's like the opposite of the American ones. Yeah, no kissing, and I believe I shared the recipe in a video form before. So if you be good, I might do that a live stream soon. Okay, so we got freeze-dried fruit. We will skip this one today because we already had it before. It's pineapple, strawberry, apple, banana, and cherry, and it's always the same composition, just different year of production. I'm not a big fan. I still got an open pack from before, so it seems a waste to open another one yet. I will eventually get to them, but just not today. Okay, so let's not waste stuff by opening when I don't need it. Yes, please to doing my gingerbread recipe on stream. Okay, we'll figure that out because I might want to start a new batch for going to Zita's anyway. And similarly, I won't be opening the veggie base with curry because I just don't feel like having it this week. Unless you make me. Its best before is January 2022. Yeah, it's embossed on the bottom, 2022. So unless you make me, I know I'm not opening this one because that would be a waste in my mind. Okay. Okay, that's it. And it's not really, not get up early because I don't feel like, cooking or baking that early in the morning. That would be probably like a bonus evening stream during the week. Like obviously not on Monday or Thursday because those are taken. But yeah, some evening during the week probably. I need to see how I am on my spice mix because all other ingredients I should have on hand. Just not sure about my spice mix, which is sort of the secret ingredient in making them what they are. Okay, 50 minutes been. I go and grab the maize. Let's use the spoon for that. They're hot. Let me tell you, they're bloody hot. Yeah. I will be retrieving them one by one. Hello, CEST, we'll be talking about you. They're hot and the heaters are still going. So first up, I believe we got the newest meat with buckwheat. Okay, so not looking the best like this. But if you give it a bit of a stir, okay, it's a bit dry. I can do it dry. Yeah, it smells like buckwheat. It's a very specific smell. Nice comforting one. You got nice big chunks of meat, some with fat in it. Yeah, I will put that one away for now. I will get to it, don't worry, just not today. Okay, nice big chunks of meat. Little bits of carrot and green peas. Okay, I mean, it is what it says on the packaging. It's meat with buckwheat. I'm kind of used to having buckwheat in some sort of sauce, because on its own it can be dry. But we'll see how it tastes. I'll put the other ones in, and then we'll get a tasting. It smells good though. No pâtés, we got Tyrol canned meat and the luncheon meat. Also, if you want to listen to me read Polish recipes, go check the Reddit, but you've been warned. You've been warned, you're doing that at your own risk. Okay, can number 2 will be meat with barley groats. So similar idea, just using different grain as the base. Ooh, looks different. Looks much different. Looks much more like a stew. Quite a lot of visible onion in it. And just to, just so we're all clear, I'm not a fan of barley. It's a bit of a textural thing for me, I guess. And if you never heard barley, let's see if I will cooperate and show you the close up. No? Yeah. That's what barley looks like. Per barley, I believe. And again, nice big chunks of meat. Like legit meat, not processed and formed. Smells very like a stew, definitely different flavor, a different smell than this one. Much more liquid in the can too. Okay. So this is our meal number 2, and number 3, the one I'm most curious about. Looks like what you feed a toddler. I mean, barley, why not? It's good for them. Cat food looking can. This tea? Yeah. I mean, that is processed. Whoa. they're not kidding with hot warnings. Cheers. Okay, the one I'm most curious about. So tomato risotto. Any pork-free Polish rations. Unfortunately, the only ones would be the vegetable-based ones. I think there was one. Yeah, there was one. I mean, pork is like pork and chicken are the most popular meats here. Beef used to be bigger, but because of the crazy mad cow disease a couple years back, people stopped buying beef. The prices went up, so now that the beef is safer, no one wants to pay quite as much for that. So pork-free, just one menu from the regular ones, and of course the vegetable ones are safe. But that's about that. Okay, let's see about this risotto. Yeah, it's definitely parboiled rice, which will be a sad thing for me. You can see it's dry. Ow, it's hot. Come on, stop being so hot. Yeah, it looks dry, and obviously it won't have the right rice texture, because it's the wrong kind of rice. But okay. So that's what we got. 3 Polish single meal rations. Let's try the hot meals and then we check the cans. I just need a bit of drink first and to read what you're all talking about. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Redacted was definitely included in the boys' gift, no? I have crackers, energy drinks, and beef or pork jerky. Are you from some Asian country, or I'm sorry, I can't read your name properly, probably, or you're Spartan, or yeah, I remember Steve showing some Russians like that. Calling Spartan, yeah, we'll do, we'll certainly do, Spartan. I guess a lot of it depends on what the rations are meant for. Yes, we have people deployed to peacekeeping operations, but mostly these are for exercise situations. So time when people can sit down and actually have a meal. Whereas for places where people actually fight, stuff that can be eaten on the go is because this sort of can you can't exactly eat as you go. You have to sit down for it. Whereas stuff like jerky or energy gels, you can just eat them on the go to refuel yourself as you need it. Anyway, enough bubble. I'm hungry, as you are, because yeah, this is my breakfast. So let's try with the risotto first. I mean, the grains look nice. They're nice and separate. There's little bits of tomato in it. Smells with tomatoes again. It's a nice smell. Okay, I'm just going to have one more spoonful to, make sure I get it right, but you're going to have a laugh at my description. So in a way the rice is both mushy and dry. Like some parts are just plain mush, squished rice, no texture at all. Oh, there's some heat in the flavor. I appreciate that one. But you know how part-boiled rice get a little bit of bite in the shell, right? Like it's different in texture from regular white rice. So that's what you get. You get mush and you get that shell from part-boiled rice. Lightly tomatoey, very gentle in flavor, but then you get the a bit of heat in it. I must say I am disappointed. Got quite half a word in here, aren't we? Okay. Yeah, no, this one is doing me much disappoint. The risotto. They could have called it rice with tomato rice, and that would be better. This just, it's not creamy enough to be a risotto. Okay, so let's have something I know I will enjoy, and then the barley last. So buckwheat. Buckwheat is a very I know Japanese make noodles from it, like buckwheat soba noodles. So buckwheat, especially roast buckwheat, got its own distinct flavor. So there's that. It's a grain that you cook with the outer shell, so there's a little bit of bite still in there. Okay. So the meat is a bit dry, and because there's no sauce to bind together, the kasha gryczana or buckwheat groats, on its own it's not too bad, but then you combine with meat and the moisture is just gone from it completely. Flavor wise, it's nice. Maybe a bit too much cooked for my taste, for my liking. Yeah, add just a little bit of some liquid to bind it together, and this would be like up there. Philly cheesesteak, omelette, or just sausage and eggs? You must need to tell me more, my dear, because I know what you're talking about. I'm uneducated like that. But yeah, the buckwheat kasha, awesome. Flavor wise is very, very nice. just a little bit of sauciness to put it together, to tie it together. Okay, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do barley. I'm not a fan of barley. And I believe it's Serena who said that it looks like something you would feed your kids. Well, yeah, barley is definitely can be made a sweet kind of kasha, like porridge, with milk and maybe some honey or some jam. It's just I mean, flavor wise, flavor wise nice. It's very simple. It's like meat, onion, barley, stuff that plays into those flavors but doesn't add its own flavor. Yeah, onion is very pronounced in it. So if it wasn't barley, I would very much like it. Barley just, it's a bit of a texture issue for me because you get these tiny little pearls. If you ever had bulgur, so like a bigger couscous or something, this is similar, a bit softer, a bit sweeter, I think too. But yeah, because the grains are separate, and you still need to bite through them, but you don't have to chew on them. It's confusing for my brain. So other than that little texture nitpicky, this is quite nice. If I had to, I'm trying to decide if I have my favorite between those three. Like risotto is definitely on the very bottom on the list, like 10 numbers lower, because they both have the issues. Like this one got barley, so the texture, and buckwheat got, it's too dry, a bit too dry. If I had to choose one, buckwheat wins with like half a point. Yeah, but this will be two very happy lunches later this week. Very, very happy lunches. Okay, then bubble. Let's try the luncheon meat. Buckwheat is a grain. That's about as much as I can tell you. It's a grain that you might not grow too much. That's maybe you don't know it. If you ever had buckwheat soba, it's much darker than the wheat one. And yeah, European people take whole grain and cook them down as kasha or porridge. You know, it's a nice thing to do because, as I said, kasha in both meals, like the buckwheat or barley, barley goes into the soup as well. That's one of the ways you can use it. It doubles as starch and extra source of protein in the meals. So it's definitely a nice choice. Yeah, buckwheat, then a little bit lower barley, and you can keep the so-called risotto to yourself. I misplaced my dishes. Sorry, it's still a bit of a spring hay fever, I believe that's called. Okay, so we got lunch meat, pork, very pink in color. Okay, this is better. I mean, I like making risotto. Why not? Yeah, I'm on my meds, but they don't work all that well. Okay, let's put some on the crisp bread. This is pork with some salt, white pepper, some nondescript spices. I'm trying to give you a focus on the texture. It smells quite nice actually, very meaty. Okay. So the luncheon meat is very gentle. Um, a little bit of pepper comes in later. It's definitely like not the most high quality meat. But yeah, put it in a sandwich. If it's hot or cold. Nice thing to fill you up. To have a sandwich with while waiting for your mains to heat up. Yeah, just your regular pork luncheon meat. Like nothing to write home about, but a good solid nutrition food thing. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of the of the isotonic, and that will probably be the only sip I take from it today. Okay, it's not too bad today actually. Some days it tastes more chemical than others. Not my favorite. But we do. Lemony, bit sweet, not too sour. Quite refreshing too. Might be because it's been sitting for a couple of minutes and all the vitamins and chemical stuff sank to the bottom. Yeah, I had worse. So, conservatorska or Tyrol canned meat. This is a mix of pork and beef. You can see there's some jelly on top, a little bit of fat as well. It feels more solid on the knife. Although it looks pretty much the same when it comes to the grind. It's definitely processed meat, not a pate when it comes to texture. It's not spreadable, you have to cut it. But let's say you got risotto on one day, just by choice, you didn't like it, and you get it again another time, but you get your canned meat, preserved from that. You can just cut it up, mix it with your main for extra meatiness. It's the konzervatoroska. Oh, smells very garlicky. Texture-wise, it feels much smoother than the pork luncheon meat. This one definitely had that pepper in it, because you get that kick at the end. This is nicely garlicky, not too strong on garlic, mind you. Just a nice little garlickiness action on your palate. Yeah, between those two, I'll be taking the konzervatoroska anytime. But again, get that, get a bread roll, you're set. And because we deserve some dessert, trying to get to the liquid one part of the honey. Can't take it out. Oh, come on. Nice liquid gold. Like, if you don't have that, you're losing out on life. A little bit of sweet, sticky, also vitamin-y goodness and mineral goodness, because there's really good stuff in honey. Extra points because honey basically doesn't spoil. If for whatever reason you don't eat it, put it in your pocket. It's a tiny little container. If you need a boost of energy, of sugars, this is how to do it. And again, you can just keep it on your pocket. It won't take much space. Or you can add it to your tea if you decide your tea is not sweet enough. I wouldn't mix it with the mains. Jam might would work, but not honey. Yeah. And because you like to see me suffer. So suhare are a bit like hardtack, Again, it's a bread item baked with long keeping in mind. The moisture content is so low, they're very hard. But definitely edible. Oh, and there's that cumin seed. That's the warning. Cumin is also a bit of an acquired taste. Here's the thing though. I find it curious because in 24-hour rations, they come with crisp bread. I think there's a pack or two of suhara as well. It's mostly crisp bread. So why do we not pack that in the single meals rations as well, where it will go nicely with the canned meat or even with your main? just confusing because this doesn't pair well with anything. It's almost like a snack on its own. So a bit of confusion there. Okay, time to rate the fruit Surya bars. If I were to guess before biting, apricot will be the least delicious. But also, is a difference in. Huh. Okay. So as you can see, one of them is wider than the other two. Like the bottom one is wider. So technically it should be thinner because the weight is all the same on the packs. Huh, curious. Okay, this one should be cherry. Oh yeah, that smells like cherry. So it's not. It's mostly other fruit, I think. Um, those are usually apple and raisin based. But when you hit a piece of dried cherry, it really tastes of cherry. I like this one. Also, as I said, they got quite a lot of fiber because of the grains in it or the cereal in it, and it's a nice sweet snack that you won't just devour. It takes you a bit of chewing to get through it. Apricot flavor seems to start a bit earlier than cherry, but again, if you enjoy, it depends if you like dried apricot. For me, that changes. So yeah, I prefer the cherry so far. And then we got lime. How do they include lime in it? So apparently lime cubes are made from apples and some lemon concentrate. That's cheating, that's surely cheating. Oh. Yeah, this might be because it's older, but it's much drier. So the lime flavor is a bit cheated because it uses lemon concentrate and then aromas and flavors. But it's very nice, it's citrusy, very refreshing. I'm torn between cherry and lime actually. Depending on the mood, it will be one of the two. Yay, Mira's doing breakfast, very early breakfast I must say, but it just means your day will be longer, my dear. I think we tried everything but the tea, though. So, does the lemon come through? It tastes a bit like nondescript citrus peel. Like you sometimes get candied lemon peel or lime peel to put on your pastries. That's the flavor I get. It's not lemon nor lime specifically. It's just candied citrusy kind of flavor. It's there and it's nice, just in a different way than the other fruits. Oh, the tea is nice. It's a instant tea concentrate, black tea with berry flavor, but I think I actually prefer it to the lime flavored with green tea concentrate. It can be because using hot water the sugar dissolves better, so the flavor travels differently through your mouth, but it's much nicer in flavor. Well, okay. That's quite a breakfast. I can't say I'm too disappointed. Again, we should have a lot of work um, to do on the vegetarian meals because this rice with tomato is far from risotto or what it wants to be. The vegetable spread I had before is also not the happiest food. We're getting there, but there's still ways away for us to make something really nice and actually enjoyable to eat at this point. But the purpose of today's exploration into different mains was to have a better idea how how my country does kasha mains. Just so I have a point of reference when we open the Russian pack, because they're all kasha based, or mostly kasha based. And I know I had a couple of years back, I don't remember them all too well. So just to give myself a point of reference, a comparison. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I quite enjoy this meal. Despite all the little issues, it is quite delicious. I'm definitely going to have some happy eating over the week. Because if you're new to here and you wonder what happens to the rest of their stuff that I don't eat during the stream, that's what happens. These become my lunches over the week. So nothing is wasted unless it's way expired and inedible, which will come in the future too, probably, because then I've mentioned that I got German ration from 1985, which is like older than myself. That would be quite an adventure when you get there. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It's always more fun when someone sits with me and shares my meal, even if I get to do all the enjoying of flavors. I see you next week, same time, Sunday, 10 a.m. Might start early. If I start early, I will reflect that I won't start early. We change clocks. Yeah, we change clocks next weekend. So if you're outside Europe, this will start an hour earlier than today. Yes, an hour earlier than today because we moved to summertime. So definitely won't start earlier than 10. I'll be catching up on sleep. I don't have a specific plans yet. We might go back to French. We might try something else. Or if I decide to go away for the weekend, we might have an outdoorsy review. Or maybe I will save that for warmer weather. We'll see about that. Anyway, I'll see you next week. 10 a.m. Europe time. An hour earlier than today if you're outside Europe. Thank you for joining me. If you want to help me choose what's coming in the next streams, there's a link to Google poll, anonymous Google poll under the stream, and you can see the map of what I have on hand, and just drop your vote. Just tell me which country you want to see. Maybe explain why if you want to. That's not obligatory. There won't be a Taiwan. We already had a Taiwanese civilian ration at some point. Yeah, I remember the jerky and crackers. um, and yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I should stop bobbing, so Adi out. Bye bye.